And what I wouldn't give for like the toaster my grandma had in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like stuff.
You don't want your toaster connected to Wi-Fi?
I don't want that. I don't want the talking fridge. I don't want any of these things. But I do want stuff that works and stuff that lasts.
Yeah.
You know? And so like, and I keep hearing, like I was listening to this podcast the other day. It was on Honestly. I don't know if you guys listen to Barry Weiss's podcast ever. She's kind of interesting. But you had two people with contrasting views, Batia Ungar-Sargon, who I think is really an interesting
She's
thinker.
very much a cheerleader for the administration.
She's very much a cheerleader for the administration, but she's also kind of a socialist, and you know, she lives in Brooklyn.
She's a surprising cheerleader for the administration.
She's really smart, right?
Yeah, I definitely.
But anyway, she was making the argument that it's important to bring home manufacturing jobs, even if factories are going to have AI components and all of this stuff, and that Americans can do these jobs. And then you had Brianna Wu, who's like this trans leftist who's also on the show. And Brianna was talking about how Americans are just not smart enough to do the kind of jobs that they're doing in China. And
Brianna has some bad takes. And she's had some bad takes.
All around.
Yeah.
But there they were on the episode. And like I was catching up on a lot of podcasts at once. Anyways, but I think that that's an interesting place to be for Americans. Do we want these jobs? Can we do these jobs? Can we produce quality merchandise? You know, like when Henry Ford, whatever you want to think about Henry Ford, when Henry Ford started his factory, like one thing he wanted his workers to be able to buy a Ford. You know?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.